Okay, July 6th, we are getting ready to go for a midday run. This probably won't happen too much in the month of July because of the heat, but there's storms moving in, and so it's actually pretty cool today. Last night when I went to the gym, I actually ran a little bit, but I'm just banking up that little extra. So my goal still today is going to be a mile, maybe a little extra if I can push through. And hopefully the goal will be that I can rest on Sunday with no miles having to run if I can get to my goal of 1 mile every day plus a little extra. So let's get it. All right. Another mile down. So my GPS, I realized, doesn't really work where I live very well. And so about halfway through my run, it said I started. So there's not an accurate reading today. I know it was well over a mile because just when I checked my GPS, it said a mile and it started about halfway through. And so I'm just gonna go with 1.3 for today. And then I'm going to add the 0.3 that I ran last night at the gym, bringing my total for June 6th to 1.6, which means today it is not only really hot, way hotter than I expected it to be. There's the sun somewhere, but it is super hot. But today, June 6th, is actually the day that I've run the most. But hopefully this won't be my record day. Hopefully as the month goes, I'll just continue to get better and my endurance will get better as well. But again, this is all for clean water. So keep giving and we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning, it's July 7th. We are getting at it this morning early. Went to the gym last night, and before I left, I got in 0.29 miles. So I'll add that to whatever we run today. But as I start taking just a morning warm-up walk before the run, I was thinking about this. I read a stat yesterday that talked about how clean water doesn't just affect the health of other countries, but it affects so much more. One of those stats was talking about how because families and kids have to walk for clean water each and every day, that affects school attendance. And so these kids have to walk for their clean water, meaning they can't go to school, meaning they don't get an education, which means they can't provide for their families when they're older. And it's this generational cycle of poverty because they have to work in order just to get some kind of water for their families. They can't even get a proper education. And so when we give, when we're making a difference in the clean water, it's not literally just about the water, but it affects so much more. And so I want to thank you for your support. We're going to start this run. Continue helping me raise awareness for this great cause. Let's go. All right. I ran 1.03 miles. My mile pace was 9 minutes 26 seconds. That's by far my best pace ever for a mile. I get it. There's professional runners out there that can do 6-7 minute miles. Maybe one day, but I'm pretty happy right now. Like the Christian rapper NF says, I'm motivated. And, you know, I started that run talking about the lack of education because of the water crisis, and I just kept running through my mind as I kept running. And I think when you do something for a cause, you are apt to more likely accomplish those goals because there's a reason you're doing them. It's so much more than just going to work so you can make money. It's so much more than just doing something so you yourself can achieve something, but you have a purpose and a reason behind it. So whatever you do today, go find your purpose, go find your reason, and be motivated. All right, I'm at the gym. Get ready to get July 8th mile out of the way, or as much as possible, because it's like 12:30 in the morning and I need to get some sleep before work in the morning. But let's get it. Nothing like closing out the gym. Nobody here. I got half a mile in. Not too bad. We'll knock out the other half in the morning. Good morning, everyone. July 8th. I was tempted to sleep in today, but I just felt that might as well just get up and see how much I can get ran today. If I did my calculations correct, we are sitting at 7.96 or something like that for our July total so far. So technically I only need to run 0.04, but like I said earlier, I really like to get a little past 9, that way I can take Sunday, tomorrow, off and just use it kind of as a rest day. But we're just gonna go for a run, see how far we do, how good we do, and we will go from there. So let's start running. Alright guys, I did it again. I beat my best mile time. I ran 1.3 miles in 11 minutes, but my mile hit a mile at 9:26. Feels good. And the sun's coming up, clear skies. Like I said yesterday, find your motivation, go out, get stuff done. You got this. All right, Monday morning. Temptation was to sleep in this morning. I got home late last night after a whole day of rest, but I wanted to get up and get back at it. I wanted to look at last week's mile totals and then judge how much I needed to run today, but I decided not to. And I'm just going to take it 1 week at a time, so I know what I ran last week. But I have my goal to try to get 7 miles in by Saturday, 7 miles in 6 days. But if I can do more, great. And then what extra I did last week just gets added on. And so that's the goal. And so I guess technically week number 2 officially starts today. So let's go. Hey guys, I did it. Check this out. In one run, 2 miles, 0.02. Average pace time, 8 minutes, and I think 52 seconds. I'm so proud and excited that I'm getting a little bit better at running. Those last couple, I said, I just gotta go hard. And we did it. So thanks for joining. Keep the donations coming. Remember, it's all for a good cause. All right, July 12th. I'm gonna do something that I'm probably gonna wind up regretting, and that is running in the middle of the afternoon. Yesterday I got crazy, didn't get my mile in. It's okay because I'm ahead of schedule, but that means today I have to keep going. And the only time I can do it is right now. It's about 2 o'clock, so probably the hottest part of the day. But we're going to do our best to try to get at least 1 mile in, maybe 2. And we'll just see how hot it is and how crazy it gets. But here we go. Okay, yeah, that didn't work. I got, I think, 0.63 miles, and I'm done. Man. It's almost 100 degrees outside. But something that hit me is something that I haven't really experienced much while running. It's just the heat that people have to walk in just to get not even clean water, but dirty water. It blows my mind. And so today, or whenever you're watching this, as you're in the heat, think about that. Think about how privileged and lucky we are each and every day to be able to just run to our kitchen, run to the bathroom for safe, clean, cold, refreshing water each and every day. Well, there are so many people around the world that don't get it. All right, so I ran a little bit more on my way back, and it just hit me. I was texting somebody who I had passed and waved and they didn't see me. And they were talking about how hot it was outside, and you can see it is hot. And when I got back, I realized, or I saw for the first time, that we're in a heat advisory until tonight at 7 o'clock. And the thought just occurred to me that no matter what you're doing, whether it's for a good cause or for yourself, it's not going to do anybody any good to overexert yourself, to wear yourself out to where you are no longer good. And so if you miss a day in a goal, or you are behind in a goal, it's going to be okay, I promise. But don't put yourself in a dangerous position where you're trying to get things done, and physically you probably shouldn't be trying to get things done. I should not have gone out and ran today, and I'm not going to make that mistake again. But again, it's all for a good cause. I want to put myself in an uncomfortable position, but never in a dangerous position. So just a quick disclaimer, don't put yourself in a dangerous position.